How do you add a duplicate SKU so you can have both FBA and merchant fulfilled listings active on the same ASIN? That's what we'll answer today. In this video, my name is Stephen Pope. I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy. Okay, so we're going to actually step-by-step tutorial this. Before I do that, I'm going to explain why you'd want to do this. So let's say you have a current FBA listing like I've got here, and this goes to a happy birthday wine glass on Amazon. And let's say that for whatever reason, Amazon is shipping this super slow. So you see the top right, Friday, May 15th. It's currently April 15th, so that's a pretty long shipping time. Now, realistically, Amazon's shipping it out in less than 7 days, but that's another story due to coronavirus or COVID-19. But there could be benefits to having a duplicate SKU for this listing. And mind you, this is a white hat tactic. This is totally kosher for Amazon rules. What's not kosher for Amazon rules is to duplicate the ASIN. And this is the ASIN in the URL. You can see that in the top of the URL right there. Having a duplicate product in the Amazon catalog is against terms and conditions. That is not what I'm talking about today. Instead, what I'm talking about is to have this same ASIN shipped two different ways. And FBA would be one of them. And the second would be by merchant fulfilled. So on the back end here, you can see we've set this one to FBA. I'm now going to show you how to add a duplicate SKU. So you grab this ASIN from your inventory page. So you're at Manage Inventory, grab the ASIN. You could also grab this from the URL at the top of a page right there. And then I want you to put your cursor over, put your cursor over Inventory, add a product, and then type the ASIN in here and hit search. Now, this should bring up the product in question. Sometimes the listing limitations apply. You just click into that, no big deal, and hit Sell Yours. This will bring up a screen to add that product, and you want, yes, I want this to be separate. Put in your price, put in the SKU, and the way I recommend you do the SKU is to take the same SKU naming convention you used previously and add a suffix. So if all of your products today are FBA, then your regular SKU number will be that FBA SKU number right there. But when you add it as a separate duplicate SKU, I recommend you add a suffix. In this case, we'll do -MFN, which stands for merchant fulfilled. If you do it this way, you'll never have a question of whether a SKU should be merchant fulfilled or FBA, and it will help you keep everything straight. The larger your catalog gets, the more data consistency will have an impact to your account. Simply mark the condition as new, and then you're going to change the fulfillment method here, and you put in whatever quantity makes sense. You're going to change that fulfillment method to I will ship it myself. So on the back end, this is the FBA listing. You can see that right there. And we're making an I will ship myself item for merchant fulfilled. Hit save and finish. This will then load the item on the back end. This can take up to 15 minutes, but generally only takes about 60 seconds on average, sometimes a couple minutes maybe. So I'm just going to keep refreshing this page until the item loads. And once it loads, we're going to see two SKUs on the same ASIN. And when it's activated on the front end, and what the consumer will see, they'll see one item is in the buy box. Most consumers are not educated about buy box methodologies. They don't understand that there are multiple sellers. If you go quiz 100 people, I think maybe 3 to 4 people would know that they could choose which seller they're buying from if there's multiple sellers available. But you'll see the buy box will change, and you can rotate between the listings. And let's say you created the duplicate listing because your FBA inventory could stock out, but you've got some available via merchant fulfilled. Maybe you've created an FBA shipment and it's on the way to the warehouse but hasn't checked in. So that could be another use case for why you would want to have another merchant fulfilled listing. All right, so I've just refreshed this. Now you can see the inactive out of stock because I set the quantity as 0. I actually don't want to activate merchant fulfilled for this listing. But now you can see in the back end there's two SKUs, but notice the ASIN is still the same. So two fulfillment methods, same ASIN, and then if I activated the quantity here on the front end, let's say I put the merchant fulfilled price at like $8, that could trump the buy box of the FBA listing. So generally speaking, whichever method that you want sellers to or buyers to actually buy from, have that be the lowest price to maintain buy box. So maybe you want this to be at $12.50, for example, and that way if you ever stock out of the FBA listing, the MFN will kick in, charge an extra buck, keep the sales going, that sort of methodology. And then on the front end, that merchant fulfilled listing will not take the buy box unless FBA is stocked out, or if the consumer decides to pay more money, which they won't. And they won't select the other item that's in the buy box. So some of this theory is a little complicated. If you have any questions about what I just covered, don't hesitate. Leave a question in the comment section. I'd be happy to address those. We do shoot videos upon request. If you have any question about Seller Central whatsoever, don't hesitate to ask them. We will shoot a video for you. And then finally, if you need any Amazon consulting, let's say you need a coaching call, just like a simple hour coaching call to walk you through a particular unique scenario, go to My Amazon Guide, click on that book a coaching call in the top right. We'll be happy to help you. We've got lots of testimonials on how that pays for itself very quickly. Otherwise, we hope you hire us as consultants, and like and subscribe on our video here. If you have other content needs or other questions to address on Amazon, we'll be happy to help out. Thanks so much. My name is Stephen Pope, and I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy.